Hello, I'm Stephen Fry, and I have adored gadgets ever since I was knee-high to a space hopper. Gadgets entertain us, they connect us, they educate us, they impress us, and of course sometimes they frustrate us. But whichever way you look at them, they make the world a much, much better, and dare I say, happier place.
So, come into my world as I, along with some of my friends, reveal a feast of magnificent gadgets that will provide for a fun and stress-free existence.
Ah, it's taken me to a happy place. Consider me your humble servant, your knight in crumpled corduroy, your gadget man.
Tonight, it's all about the gadgets whose sole purpose in life is to entertain us.
Oh yes, genius.
Jeremy Clarkson will help me test the future of pub games.
Whoa.
Eat my balls.
And I'll be attempting to turn this building into the biggest video game the world has ever seen.
We're about to make history. It's instinctive, isn't it? The moment you wake up, you reach for one of these. Not to send a text message or phone someone. In fact, those are considered rather old hat these days. They're about the 5th and 6th most used functions on smartphones. No, we surf the web, we check into our social networking sites, or we play a game.
Whereas once it was birds singing that roused us from our slumber, now it's birds being angry. Over 1 billion people, 1 in every 6 of the world's population, have downloaded the Angry Birds game.
Death. Angry Birds is all very well, but my current favourites are rather sort of more, I don't know, calming. It's got a solace about it. It's called Contre-jour, and this is a very elegant design, very beautiful. You have to make a hill for yourself and roll down it. Perfect.
And yes, while gadgets have many practical uses,
Good Lord. Excuse me.
what they're best at is entertaining us. Today, even a bathroom can be fun. This futuristic mirror from Hong Kong doubles as a computer display equipped with Wi-Fi, letting you watch TV or browse the internet. One's ablutions have never been so enjoyable.
I suppose the most obvious source of technological fun is a video game. It's an incredible $80 billion industry. That's bigger than the entire music business, and it's growing faster than Hollywood. I could play this kind of Atari console, which allows me to play classics like Missile Command and Asteroids and that sort of thing. Or I can be more up to the minute with an Xbox and go online and challenge some random American youth to see who can throw the most hand grenades. Take that, Ethan. Oh no, I'm dead. But the charge that's often levelled against gadget-related fun is that it's so solitary and sedentary. But you know, it doesn't have to be so.
Where better for some sociable exercise than the park?
Whoops, careful, sorry.
I'm going to test some fun-time gadgets for the great outdoors.
Well, it's the good old-fashioned municipal park where we come to get our exercise and, of course, to exercise man's best friend. But this man's best friends can be combined in one, not only the lovable dog, but gadgets combined in these extraordinary animal gadgets. And we're going to try them out with a willing crowd of canine and human testers. Let's see how they work. They're heavy enough, goodness me.
Meet the guinea pigs. Or rather, guinea poochies.
The first thing you do when you come with the park is play the standard game of fetch. You throw sticks and stuff. Well, just choose whichever one you want. See if your dogs respond. They're the judges, not you. Really.
Man's best friend loves playing fetch, and there's a selection of devices available to liven things up. The Hyper Dog tennis launcher is essentially a catapult.
Now watch it. Watch
What's
it.
this?
Watch it. Look.
Look at it.
Oh, good boy, girl.
All right. Also.
Hard to tell.
Good girl. Yeah, I like this one. It shoots further than you can throw.
So better exercise for the dog in that sense.
Yes, absolutely.
Place a tennis ball in this doggy driver and you can launch it like Tiger Woods,
And
playing crazy golf. If all that's too much effort, then this automatic launcher from America might take your fancy. It can fire a ball 45 feet at the touch of a button.
yeah. Whoa, there goes another one.
Not everything I've brought along is a hit.
Too hard. Now, you probably wondered, like everybody, it's as old as Greek mythology. Can animals speak? Can we understand them? Here's an app that apparently can translate your dog. It's better. Analysing now, and it's saying, I'm feeling great.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm sure Molly does think that.
Right. Done.
Did we get something?
Analysing. That there could be more. What's it saying? You shall be known as the idiot I live with.
Oh, that's nice, Molly.
I'm going to try it to complete silence and test this app out. Right, it's now done and analysing. 5-second rule. If you're gone for 5 seconds, your food is mine. So, let's be honest, this bilingual dog translator is just somebody trying to make a fast buck from the App Store. How surprising. What a shame. Dr. Dolittle will have to remain a children's book and not a reality.
That is a shame.
The safe stick is less prone to splintering and harbouring bacteria than the normal wooden affair, but Molly makes her thoughts on it quite clear.
She's now peeing on it. This is a disaster. Now, you may be wondering, where's my little pet? Well, I do have one, and he's very special. In fact, this is the first time he's ever been to Britain. Let's see what they make of him.
This remote-controlled critter hails from California and is designed to be a toy for lonely canines.
You operate him like so.
It will do 20 miles per hour on even bumpy grass. As you can see, if you're a dog, it's clearly the next best thing to humping a sofa.
They really are absolutely obsessed with it.
There's one gadget I'd like to test, something to help when nature calls.
Found a poo here. I've been hunting for hours, and I'm using this extraordinary vacuum-powered dog-do sucker-upperer. Oh, God, please work. Oh, that's gruesome. Look, it's going in. But, oh, good gracious. And then, of course, what do you do with it, you may ask? Well, you've got 2 feet and you do that. Oh, the smell is absolutely unspeakable. And there you have a little bag of, oh, no. And it sort of collars it up a bit, but it's just revolting. The smell is not theirs. Look, follow me, we can put it away. Oh, in you go. Goodbye. Thank you, I managed not to touch it. I think in the end, you know, a little shovel or a trowel or something would be better. That was pretty unpleasant.
Now, before I leave the park, there's something I've been dying to have a go with. The 21st century version of a humble kite.
Pilot Fry, Black Hawk down, here we go. Yes. Oh, brilliant. Hover, hover, hover.
This is the Parrot Ar Drone. You simply download an app to control it, and there's 4 rotors, a gyroscope, and an accelerometer to keep it all flying. There's also an HD video camera that records the in-flight action. Perfect for spying on your neighbours in their back gardens.
Go and collect intelligence. I want to know about the enemy forces. Let's try a flip. Oh, yes, genius. Oh, God, I'm good. Oh, yes.
All great fun, but what I'd like to do is find a way of making gadgety games much more social and put them on a much grander scale.
So I thought, why not try and devise a game that was bigger, that was more social, that took place outside? And the answer the world's biggest video game.
First, I'm going to need a screen big enough to play it on, which means commandeering an entire building, the enormous Millennium Mills in London's Docklands. I've also set the Gadget Man Games division to work, producing a bespoke game that can be played by a whole crowd of people via their mobile phones.
So right now, what we're doing is we're setting up all the computers that will be doing the projection work, and we'll also be testing the mobile connections that will be connecting to the game.
If they can pull it off, we could be playing our way into the record books. In the meantime, I'm off to a local watering hole to test another batch of fun gadgets.
Traditional English inn. What could be more conducive to fun and games than a selection of fine English ales, a ploughman's lunch, and a gentleman in the corner wheezing into an edition of the Racing Post? As a matter of fact, Henry VII legislated against pub games because he felt that they distracted his men from archery practice. Fortunately, nobody took a blind bit of notice, and the result was a torrent of fruit machines, shove halfpenny, and quizzes. But what of the 21st century pub game?
I'll need a glamorous assistant to help me investigate, of course, and here comes one now. Jeremy Clarkson.
So, Jeremy, you're a gadget man like myself, aren't you?
Hugely. Yep. Yes, if I see something, anything, I buy it immediately, and it never works. Ever. Ever. We've got the hot tap yet, which
Yes.
permanently delivers boiling water, and then you have people say, I'll just go wash my hands. Sure. No!
I think a quick loosener is in order.
You look like a man in need of a stiff drink. This office,
Always.
This has 10 bottles fixed to it and is an automatic cocktail maker.
Already? I want it.
Yes, you see?
Wait, banana daiquiri.
Have we got it?
No, I'm afraid there isn't. The closest would be a pina colada.
Let's have a pina colada.
All right, there we go. And we go okay.
Designed primarily for pub use, you can buy one for the home too, and it takes around 60 seconds to automatically mix a perfect cocktail.
The most important thing about this is the designer of it has fitted it with blue lights.
Oh, yes, you're a fan of blue lights, aren't you?
Blue light says Gadget. So that's important.
That's important. And what about the actual taste? Do you think it beats the fancy schmancy
I don't know.
mixologists that...
You'd need Tom Cruise standing next to it to do a taste comparison, but it hasn't made something disgusting.
No, well, that's good, exactly.
Let's be honest. The result of a gadget isn't very important.
No.
The look of it
It is entirely style over substance. And people who think that that's a bad thing mistake the matter. The style is the point.
Let the games begin. First up, darts. We're going to use an app called KL Dartboard.
As you can see, I've got 3 darts here.
Yeah.
You're holding a dartboard.
Yeah.
This is the magic of the modern world.
Or we can
don't
sit there, have a
need-
drink and talk. But anyway, whatever.
We can talk and play darts. Yes, you can.
Because it's all maths.
The phone and tablet connect via Bluetooth.
Oh.
Right,
Oh,
you
don't
scored.
you just moved the board.
I thought it had gone a treble one, but it's just a...
Yeah, well, it's close to the treble 20. I'm in the right area. I don't know you did again. It's a cheat. You big cheater.
Throw a dart from your phone, and the accelerometers inside calculate the speed and flight of the dart, so it's surprisingly realistic.
You thrown all 3?
I've got one left.
Oh, have you always
Right,
sorry.
pay attention.
Sorry.
We're playing a game of 301, but that might be slightly optimistic.
What goes between 10 and 4?
Oh, 18. Sorry, what is
Oh, you
that?
have to go opposite. No.
No.
Is that a 6?
15. No. 13.
Is that a 6?
It's 13.
Then it's hiding. So you've got a double 6. So
I think we say first double wins.
12.
Otherwise we'd be here forever.
you have actually won there, and I'm not bothered. I've just thought of a brilliant new version of it's real darts, but Piers Morgan. That would be good.
Well,
This, no.
so you're not convinced?
No.
Well, there's another popular indoor pub game that's become popular in the last
On Sally?
30 years. Let's try you upstairs. Follow me. Right. Well, I've always fancied myself as a bit of a
billiards.
hustler. So yes, billiards. Are you good?
No. It's like I ski. People go, look at that man, he's wearing skiing clothes, he's on a mountain wearing skis, but that's not skiing. It's much the same with this.
Fair enough.
So,
Off you go.
stripes, or what are they called?
Spots, I think.
Not solids.
Not solids. I didn't call them solid. Whoa.
Eat my balls. Wait. Just as I planned.
Well, this is more as I planned. I prepare to be amazed. I have electronic augmented reality on my side.
Yeah.
Now, let's hope this works. Look at this.
God.
Some scientists from Queen's University in Canada came up with this amazing prototype training device to make potting balls easier.
Oh, look at that.
Cameras above the table feed the position of the balls and cue to a computer which works out the angles and projects guidance onto the table to help you line up each shot. The pockets go green when you've lined up correctly, and it also shows the predicted path of the cue ball afterwards, helping with the positioning for the next shot.
Ah.
There, it's gone green.
Yes!
To see if the technology really works, I'm playing with the help of the machine while Jeremy's using old-school hand-eye coordination.
So I use it without technology. I've got to get that stripy part in.
Yeah. Oh!
Eat my shot.
It certainly helped my game, but one thing the Gadget can't do is stop your opponent playing well. How unfortunate.
You've been hiding your light under a bushel all these
I
years.
genuinely don't understand this.
The technology is impressive, but it was good old-fashioned luck that decided the game.
What's the side on this? Do you have
Jeremy's foul on the black meant I won.
Black is in.
Believe that is the end of the game. Well, thank you very much. Technology
pleasure.
did come to my aid in an important way.
I like the
Projecting
start thing, and
yeah.
I'd buy it just so that I could go, watch this. Then I wouldn't know how it worked, and we'd then go and have a cocktail from the machine with the blue lights.
Exactly, and we might watch television. And as you probably know, like everything else, televisions almost every 6 months improve themselves.
Could this extraordinary glasses-free 3D telly be the future of TV?
Feast your eyes on Lenticular 3D HD TV.
Well, just my eyes. Sadly, everybody watching at home isn't able
No,
to
they're
see
not
the
able to see it.
three-dimensional nature of it.
What's interesting is it actually has a camera at the bottom, rather like a sort of Kinect or something might have a camera. What it does is it can detect up to 9 pairs of eyeballs. So what it's doing is actually adjusting the image to your own eyeballs so that it
Oh, really?
appears
So
3D.
it's-
So yeah, it is actually reading you and giving you a particular slant of the pixels such that you might get a 3D
way.
image. Yeah, that's how it works.
It is extraordinary that you can watch it without glasses, because obviously you don't feel foolish wearing those glasses.
Even if they look like sunglasses, they're a bit silly, aren't they?
You look silly.
So let's imagine we're playing a quiz game and you've won the star prize, which is whichever one you choose of what we've had today. So that can be the cocktail mixer. It can be the darts and the dartboard, my lovely.
Lovely toy.
All right, my lovely, yeah. And it can be the augmented reality pool, my darling.
Barbecue set.
my love, yeah. And
Or
it
are you
could-
being Derek Beatty?
I'm not sure.
But I'd actually have the cocktail machine, because of course I'm an alcoholic. But no, I liked it actually. Blue lights, very good.
And the blue light, that's yours to keep. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Now, playing around with your mates in the pub is obviously sociable, but it's nothing compared to what we're about to see. It's time for our attempt to create the biggest, most social video game in the world. My team of Gadget Man eggheads have been designing and building a game that should let lots of players join in on a massive scale. But will it all work? The plan is to turn this disused warehouse into the world's biggest TV screen. But how?
The answer is to project across using 6 of these babies. They're enormous, 2 banks of 3. They're about 40 times more powerful than the kind of projector you'd use in a typical home cinema. And they need to be, because they've got to throw across 200 metres of Thames water onto the facade of the famous old flour mill.
This is the first time we've worked to such a large scale on a building. It's quite surreal seeing your own graphics up on the building 100 feet tall.
So we've got some scale, now I need to make it social. I put out a call to action on Twitter asking for some volunteers to help me, and a keen bunch soon turned up to find out what on earth was going on.
Well, I'm here at Mission Control, and you can see here the grid is divided into 40 squares, randomly distributed. Amongst them are 5 glowing keystones, and the aim is to find and destroy those.
The game is rather like a giant multiplayer version of Battleships, but here every player in the team has to hit a keystone for it to be destroyed. Once all the keystones have been blown up, the building will collapse and the game is won.
So the race is on to uncover the squares and find the keystones.
Kind of like Battleships, but in a strain.
better.
Yeah, but better, and on a building on a massive scale.
I love the whole sort of thing where it's like massive projector. It just brings a whole new element to the game, really.
The players are split into 2 teams. I'll be in Team 1, who'll be playing on the left-hand side of the building. Team 2 will play on the right.
Short ones at the front, tall ones at the back. That's a good system.
With 50 players logged onto a web address via their smartphones, the system seems to be holding up, and they're ready to tap in their moves.
All right, are you ready? Yes. We're about to make history. This is the world's biggest computer game. So, lights, camera, let's play!
Top left. Okay, who's going for
Top left. That was me.
Okay, 2 search, and 2. I'll search, 2 other people.
I'll hit the target.
Come on, let's focus on that, guys.
1, 2, 3, go.
A couple of people kind of assumed like leadership roles and just kind of said, right, you guys do this, this, and this, and then we'll all do this.
Anyone can get that? Second line in, third up. So you can see that one's glowing up there.
Oh, there's one glowing in the box.
That's a keystone, yeah, definitely.
We all kind of rallied together and got it, and it worked really well.
Oh, they've got another one. Go on, Team 2, you're doing hopelessly. You're way behind us.
Despite my efforts to derail them, 4 minutes into the game, there's nothing between my team on the left and Team 2 on the right. This is going to be close.
Oh, it's tense. Far right, second down. You said that one before. That's a brilliant one, okay?
I know, it's like stressful.
No, I know, it's really tense, isn't it?
The trick is to stay focused and calm amongst all the noise and excitement, but that's far from easy.
5, they're on 5.
Right, guys.
Oh, dear.
Oh.
Very, very close. They're just... Oh!
Let's go!
Oh, my goodness, I think they're beating us. We lost! Congratulations! Very close, though. My goodness. I think we can call this game a success, though, can't we? It actually engaged us enormously. We cooperated, we communicated. It was a lot better than just being alone remotely in a locked, smelly room with a no entry sign on it and a black T-shirt and a weird name.
Why are you looking at me?
Everybody's really into multiplayer games. They're, you know, the future already. So something like this where you get to utilise like a really big space and people all coming together, it was so much fun that I can definitely see this taking off in the future.
This is only the very, very dawn of the whole concept, you know.
I would totally go on a team building game.
Yeah, I think it has genuine...
Rio 2016.
It has a genuine future.
The concept has been proved. Taking a computer game into the open and playing it on a massive scale has been an unmitigated success. It's been sociable, inclusive, and has turned entertainment into an event. Believe me, you have just watched the next big thing in having fun. That, in my book, is mission accomplished.